Man is sentenced to have his tongue pulled out in hell for his lies during his lifetime. In a crucial moment, the Hell Messenger defends him through the mirror of karma. It turns out that over the years, the firefighter has been lying to two people. One is his mother, as he regularly writes letters deceiving her, telling her that he is doing well, married, and has children, so she shouldn't worry. The other is the daughter of his deceased teammate, whom he convinces that her father is still alive, giving her hope. Understanding the reasons behind it, the king realizes that the firefighter's lies were all well-intentioned. Therefore, the king declares the firefighter innocent and allows him to proceed to the next level of hell. In the subsequent trials of the unjust hell and the betrayal hell, the firefighter successfully passes the tests. However, in the violent hell, he encounters trouble. It turns out that in high school, he once brutally beat his younger brother and then ran away from home. He still hasn't received forgiveness from his brother until today, and now he is facing execution. The messenger in the mortal world cannot save him in time, so he contacts the female messenger, asking her to help apply for cumulative punishment. This means that if the firefighter is also convicted in the next level of hell, he would receive double punishment, and the three messengers would also be deprived of the chance to be reincarnated. The king agrees to this. They proceed to the last hell, the hell of family bond. This is where the sins committed against family members are judged, and it is the gravest sin among the 7 deadly sins. So what crime did the firefighter commit? It turns out that in high school, he had attempted to kill his mother. At the time, his mother was seriously ill, and his brother was malnourished. He lost hope in life and wanted to end it all for the family. However, in the end, he didn't follow through. From then on, he ran away from home and worked tirelessly, burdened by guilt and too ashamed to return. Meanwhile, trouble arises in the mortal world. The deaf and mute mother storms into the military camp, brandishing a cardboard sign seeking justice for her youngest son. When the lieutenant, who is the culprit, sees her, he immediately rushes over and orders her to leave. The mother refuses and pulls out the map with markings, indicating the burial site of her son. This terrifies the lieutenant, and he violently pushes the mother, causing her to faint. Witnessing this scene, the younger brother, who had already let go of his hatred, can no longer suppress his inner fury. His skin starts peeling off, reverting back to the form of a restless spirit. He would rather become a vengeful ghost, forever unable to be reborn, but protecting his mother. Although the chief messenger tries to intervene, he is choked by the brother and thrown aside. All the resentment transforms into a massive storm, and the brother loses his sanity, indiscriminately bombing the military camp. His resentment runs too deep, and it affects the older brother in the underworld. The older brother suddenly becomes trapped in quicksand, slowly being consumed. It turns out that the younger brother's crime prevents the older brother from being reborn as well. Hearing the desperate cries of the female messenger, the younger brother looks up and sees the older brother being swallowed by the quicksand. In order to save the older brother, he suppresses his resentment, and the chief messenger takes this opportunity to subdue him. At this moment, a giant structure emerges from the sandy ground of hell. This is the final trial the firefighter must face, the hell of family bond. The king of the underworld, who holds the greatest authority, immediately passes a verdict. He declares that the firefighter had once attempted parricide, an act of ultimate betrayal, an unforgivable crime. The female messenger tries to defend the firefighter, mentioning that he didn't follow through in the end, and their mother, who was unconscious at the time, was unaware of it. However, the king summons the mirror and shows the truth. It turns out that when the firefighter raised the pillow, the mother was actually awake, but she intentionally didn't react because she knew that her absence would make her children's lives a little easier. Understanding the truth, the firefighter becomes even more guilt-ridden. He cries and says that he is willing to accept punishment but wants to apologize to his mother in person. However, the king of the underworld states that apologies made after death are too late. Despite having 15 years to do so, the firefighter had been evading responsibility. Suddenly, the ground shakes, and the image of the mother appears in the sand. It turns out that with the help of the chief messenger, the younger brother had entered his mother's dream. He informs his mother that he has finally become a judge as he had wished and will now be in charge of judging bad people in heaven. With tears in his eyes, the younger brother bids farewell to their mother and asks her to forgive the older brother. Just as the younger brother weeps, their previously mute mother finally speaks in the dream. She says that she had never blamed the older brother and instead felt that she had been a burden to him. The older brother rushes forward to embrace their mother, but the mirror collapses, leaving him with no chance to directly apologize. At this moment, the king of the underworld tears up the judgment document because in the underworld, if a person sincerely receives forgiveness from those in the mortal world, hell no longer holds them accountable. Finally, the firefighter is granted the opportunity to be reincarnated. I wonder, if the 7 levels of hell truly exist, how many people can actually emerge unscathed and successfully be reborn? Can you?